Well, hello there again. I welcome you to the shit show that is my property. It's not too much, well, it is a little bit of a shit show at the moment, because I'm still building and reconstructing things, but I couldn't really think of a video to make on anything in particular, so I thought I'd just take you for a little bit of a walk around video and just show you what's going on. Give you an idea what I'm doing and what I've done. Like, as you can see behind me here, I've sort of half done a deck here, or deck extension. I've finished off the solar roof, or the redo of the solar roof. So originally I redid this because it wasn't watertight before, so I've made it all watertight. Well, the first attempt didn't quite work. There were some leaks, but I fixed those leaks now, and it's pretty fucking good, I think. So we'll see how it goes in the next storm. And I also lowered the front a bit because it just looked a bit wanky on the angle it was on, and also the rain blew in real easy. So I lowered the front pitch down the roof, and I thought, well, fuck it, if I'm gonna go to that extent, and I was gonna put new posts in because there was no proper post before, and so anyway, basically, long story short, I'm just sort of extended the deck out about a little bit further. I've put some proper posts in, as you can see here, proper beam in, and I'm going to have all the handrails done nicely and whatnot. You'll see how I do those in the future, but I'm still doing the decking boards here and getting the thing leveled up properly. So that's happening, and I haven't wired that roof up yet. Like, the panel's there, but I've got to wire it up still. That caravan behind me there is mostly done. I'm not going to show you that yet. That'll be another video, but it's looking pretty good in there, actually. It looks like a nice little, screw it, I'll show you in there, it's just more accommodation for the kids and that when they come around, because my partner, she comes in staying. Believe it or not, we're trying to make it safer. I'm trying to make it safe around here, but it's a bit hard, I can only one person. But I've built out all of this. As you can see, I've got bunk beds there, and I've got bunk beds there. We've got this cabinet I've built here. There's going to be a TV on the wall there for them. I've rewired this whole thing up. It's got electrical, so there's working power points, lights, all that bullshit. There's an outside light, outside power point. They've got USB ports, so each bunk bed has its own power point with USB ports, like at each shelf. I can't really see the cat's in here, little Bubble-O Trouble. She lives here now. Where is it? Anyway, it's too hard to point this camera around. Maybe I should get it out of my face. So we have to do that, eh? Get my stupid face out of it. There we go. That's easier to point at shit. All right, so you can see there's a power point with USBs on this bunk, and then you come down to this bunk, and again, power point with USBs. I don't have to point them all out, I know that, but they're there. They all work. I've got a big power board here to run, the TV and any other bullshit they want to run. There's the light switches, obviously. Okay, I say this is powered up, but it's powered up to, like, there's a, breaker box just outside. So it's like a normal caravan where you plug in, but I haven't plugged it in yet because, as you'd know from past videos, I'm building a power shed here. So once that's finished, then I can run power to this thing directly, but it's not finished yet, so we're not doing that yet. Other cool thing about these beds is I've made it easier for storage. So if you undo these locks, basically you just do that, and the whole thing is on gas struts. Doesn't go that high up, but you got to remember there's a mattress on top there too, so they can't go too high, but it goes high enough that you can get access to have storage underneath the bed, and that's on both of them. You can see that I've got the locks, same thing, and I've got shit underneath there at the moment as I'm trying to work in here. But yeah, so put a couch there or a futon. This is another shelf there. There'll be an little air conditioning unit. So they got to keep it cool. Obviously, there's going to be a roof over this and whatnot. But yeah, it's work in progress. Getting there. Yeah, so that's that. Looking pretty good, I think. Ooh, here's for the light. So that gives you a good view there now. So you can see how I've lowered the pitch of that. What do you know? Yeah, I should know the name. I think it's pitch. And it's not sag for some reason. The camera is making it look that way. That's just how it looks, but yeah, it's actually straight. But they're all working really good, and like I said, last storm I was in, it seemed to hold up, but there was no drips or, you know, any bits of water coming through. There was the first storm, but that I went up, there was some, basically I just siliconed some bits that I could see where water might get through, and I think I got them all, so that's good. And you can see there how I've got the posts with the joists, and got the extra, oh sorry, the bearer and the extra joist coming out. And I've got a bunch of secondhand decking boards, so I just got to keep, I'm going to put the rubber shit over that, and there's more to do there, and wire this up. But like I said, everything's kind of happening, but all at once. I don't know. There's no one singular thing happening. It's like I'm just sort of working whatever I can, whenever I can. This is the shed. It's starting to come along all right. I've got all this bit all framed out, because this, if I can go, let's see if I can go back a bit. Oh, no, sorry, wait a minute. There we go. I'm just trying to get the camera to fucking focus right. So it's a bit weird, I know, but I was zoomed out. But that is, so this wall here is obviously all these walls. So as you can see here, eventually the whole shed will be framed out along with the roof here. And the whole lot is going to be insulated with soundproof and fireproof insulation, because basically I'm building the shelves here to house my entire battery bank. Right here, there's going to be like a bench sort of thing. That's going to be sound and fire insulated again, and sort of enclosed to hold the generator, which is going to be a DC generator, not an AC generator. And I'm going to be actually building that myself, just because honestly it's ridiculous how much they charge for DC generators. So I can build one a lot cheaper that will be just as functional. So you'll see another video of that happening, but not in the future, because as you can see, I'm at the framing stage. So yeah, I'm one person. I'm trying my best here. I'm doing all right, I think, but I'm doing a fucking hot mess. But yeah, so that's all happening. I've got the insulation sitting right there. If I can focus properly, but anyway, insulation right there in that pile of shit. And then once I've stuck that all in the walls, we can then sheet it in fibro and then start building the battery shelves. And then once I've got the battery shelves done, obviously then we build basically do the same thing to that wall, put the little bench in with the generator cabinet, put all my fucking charge controllers, all the wiring, all that organized neatly on that wall. This just allows me to have fucking space to do everything nice and neatly and properly, you know, without having to fucking bend over backwards or pull batteries out of some stupid cabinet or some fucking stupid piece of shelves that are just bullshit to get into. I'm speaking real crass here, I know that, sorry, but like essentially I've been doing this over 5 years now. I'm not an expert by any means, but you know, I know a thing or two. And one thing I've worked out is it's not a great idea to run your power bank off your house, because then your house becomes a power station. And if you want to run power to your shed, well, it's either get another power station or run power from your house to that shed, and everything starts to join into your fucking house, and it just becomes going to be like, well, not looking like, but I imagine like the more you do it, it's like, it just, like I said, you have a nice, it looks nice at the start, you have a nice neat cabinet. If you do it outside your house, they're on the wall, done properly, but then you need to expand, you need to do more, you want to add this, you know, it's going to become messy. So I'm doing this right now because I've already got a fucking shitty battery bank in a shitty cupboard that I've moved 3-4 times to places around the caravan, trying to find a good place for the battery bank. Got my fucking charge controllers, technically, like, I don't know, you call it a shed, but it's a bathroom as well. And just an everything room, you know, like I'm just like, fuck it, make this a dedicated power room or power station type thing. So batteries, power equipment, all go in there, solar all links into there. Anything that needs power links into there. You just run power lines or underground ones or whatever the fuck I want to do, it just links into there. That's a dedicated little power station basically. So that's what I'm trying to do anyway. We'll see how everything turns out, but so far it's moving along quite well. I'm also trying to clean the place up of rubbish, which is why this big trailer is sitting here that a nice fellow I know from down the road lends me from time to time. So I'm trying to get the place tidied up too. as you can see, there's timber and crap. It's everywhere and nothing's really finished. But everything's getting worked on bit by bit. What else am I doing? So I look after these chickens. Over here you can see I've built some coops. They're not the prettiest looking things. There's that video of me building that coop. This one here, I didn't film. I kind of just did it because I didn't have the energy to film, honestly. And it was just, well, some people might appreciate it, but I don't know. It was built out of like essentially just crap I had laying around. It's strong and secure, but to me, it's like, it works and it looks okay, but like, I don't know. It's a chicken coop. I'll turn my face off and we'll show you that. I think I did alright given the time span and the materials I had at hand. So these are the breeding stock. This is Brad and his ladies. Okay. Hello, Brad. Yep, there he is. So they all stay in here. They're all the silky hens. And then these are just the fucking rejects, basically, that free range. So they're my chickens, basically, but the good ones are my partners. So I'm looking after them at the moment. These are the other ones. Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, that's not supposed to be in here. But that's one of the stupid guinea fowl that just fucking just go in there for time to time and are too stupid to get out. But they eventually work out where to go. But yeah, these are a lot I've been trying to teach them because they all are a bit dumb and they sleep on the ground. And we're coming into winter and I'm like, well, that's not going to work because they're going to fucking freeze to death. So I'm trying to teach them by moving them up into this, you know, the coop, or I suppose you call it the coop, the nesting box, I guess, each night. It's got hay and shit in there. Eventually I've got to put a front on it. As you can see, it's open at the moment, but at least it's better than the ground. And as you can see, I think it's working because look at these ones. They're not in there yet, but they're starting to sort of go, yeah, right, we'll move up here, I guess. This lot, not so much. They're still a bit too stupid, but they'll get there. I'll keep moving them each night, and eventually they'll learn not to sleep out in the cold like retards. But yeah, that's basically what's going on there. But the coop in here is working all right. The fans come on real good. I've still got to tie the wiring up, but it's good enough for chickens. We're getting late in the day now, so as you can see, like, yeah, that fan's not going, but that fan is. But when they're going, they fucking blast. But as it gets to the afternoon, like now, when it cools down, the sun's going down, then the fans wind down, which I actually quite like. So it's working quite well. I've got to clean up this shelf. As you can see, it's fucking gross at the moment, but at least they perch above it. But yeah, I've got to scoop all their shit off here. But it's doing its job. I was supposed to have sand in it, but I've just been too stressed. But at least it's collecting their shit. I've got to collect all that soon. Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, they're retards, and I think they're laying eggs. Don't worry, it's getting clean soon, and I'll replace that with some, basically not bedding, because they're not really sleeping there. They're not supposed to. They're supposed to be just, they perch. Well, they do. They all perch on this thing at night. And as you can see, they all just crap there. But yeah, I'll collect that for fertilizer because I've actually got a couple of trees I need to plant out. And I should really get these tyres planted out. So we'll use it there. It'll come in good handy. Just got to make sure we don't use too much to burn the plants, but I'm not going to ramble about that one yet. Yeah, so that's going on. Obviously you can see the fucking mess I have around here. That's got to be cleaned up at some point, along with all this grass. But, you know, this is really the only active array at the moment. This little, well, not little, but, you know, this one here. That's the only one currently feeding into the bank at the moment. Oh, sorry, I lie. That one and the little one over the bathroom here, like, and the greenhousey courtyard, whatever the fuck you want to call that thing. That's got passion fruit, vine, dragon fruit growing all over it. So I'm not complaining, but it's like, yeah, that thing. There's solar panels there, and they're working. Those ones aren't connected yet. All the ones over the deck aren't connected yet. You know, they will be. Once they're connected, they're going to pump a bunch of power in. But I've also got all these batteries here, which I should put away soon. They're all ready to go into the power shed. They're fucking, you know, brand newies they are. Picked it up for a great price. I've got more in here. I'm just making sure I'm getting them all charged properly. Just testing them and shit. They're all fucking great. Yes, there's bath water still there because I collected the water of the garden. I know there's no garden at the moment, I know, but whatever, just fucking, I don't know why I'm preaching that, I don't explain myself to you. But anyway, as you can see, the fucking bit of mess I have here, this is basically what I'm trying to get rid of because it works, and it wasn't a bad attempt, like, you know, for my first go. I'm not going to whinge, it's still functional, like it's functioning right now. and it's allowed me to be safe enough and, you know, restricted enough that, like, with those power rays disconnected. And I'll be honest, there was a recent fire in the shed, not caused from the power, it was caused by me in an aerosol can by accident. So there's that. But obviously I've got to have the shed now disconnected. The solar rays, I can just go bump, 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 bump. I know which ones to turn off and everything. The labels have, well, they're no longer labels. Some of them you can kind of read. But I have it, luckily, past Kai was smart enough to take a photo that is still on my phone that has all this brand newly, so I can just refer to that to flick through these if I need to. But basically, this is what I'm getting rid of. I'm just going to redo this all in the power shed, but do it all. Well, like I said, this isn't a bad attempt, but it's obviously not the best. It's a first try. Well, not my first try, but my first proper try, you know what I mean? So we'll try and do this a bit better if we can in there. And yeah, relocated out of this bathroom, so this can become essentially, like I said, it's got to be more or less the same as what it is, a bathroom, but it won't have the power equipment in here like a fucking retard, you know what I mean? It's just sort of ended up here because this is the only place I could put it. That's getting worked on at some point when I can. I haven't forgotten about it. I'd love to put those in it. I've got enough of them, but it's like I need them for this place, so they need to go for the house, unfortunately. Not unfortunately, but it's like, you know, but anyway, they go to the house. Hopefully get a battery for this soon and get some things moving with that, but I can't prioritize this at the moment because I've got too many other things going on. You know, things I'm not going to mention on this video because it's private, you know, but, you know, life's a bit hectic, but, you know, things are happening here still. The chooks are all fucking about. Oh, that's what I probably should film. I don't think I made a video on that, did I? We'll take up the front here. That's a pretty big thing that's happened. Well, while I'm walking up there, there's this. This is going to be tied up, but essentially this tank array is staying the same. But I might put a couple 10,000 litre tanks behind the caravan here just to have bulk water storage, because that's a bit of a useless area there. So we'll fucking chuck some big tanks there. Bring these square ones stacked up the same way and just make that a corner of tanks essentially, you know. That'll be good. But I'll put a front fence in, so well, part of a front fence. There's still a bit more of the property to do, but I managed to score this for free. It wasn't like easy. I had to pull it out of their yard, but I sort of figured, you know, for the free fence, how much it costs to do. I had the time. My mate was willing to help me, so he pulled it out, and I've just gone. We were originally going to be putting up timber posts in these holes, and I was going to have pull fencing panels between it. Still like to do that, honestly, but we just got to the point, it's like, well, would we wait however fucking long it is until we've got the money to do that, or we just throw what we have up right now, and then at least it's a fence, you know what I mean? So I've done that, and honestly it looks all right, and it serves its job. I didn't concrete it in, I just got long, those star pickets are in deep, so it's a nice solid footing, you know, solid you can get with star pickets, but still all right. And those holes are going to have trees planted in them to give us a bit more privacy along the front here, and also just to make things look nice, you know what I mean? And because it won't fuck up with the solar, and the trees get plenty of sun, and they won't shade anything out because the sun sort of comes from up there, follows the sky like down there, as you can see. I did that pretty fucking well. I didn't even fucking look at the sun. Look at that, with my fingers pointing. I've lived here long enough, I don't even have to look. It just bloody picks the right place. Anyway, yeah, so I'm still doing the swales and the trees down there, but there's also going to be trees at the front here because, well, why the fuck not, you know what I mean? They're slowly building little kids there up here. Like, they've got a pile of a playground I've got to construct there, but there's a tire and normal swing there on the tree. And you have to use those, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I think that's a long enough rambling of what's going on here. Like I said, it's a lot of things happening. But considering, like I said, it is a bit messy, but I'm getting there. And like I said, for one person, I think I'm doing all right. Well, I'm being supported, obviously, by a partner and that, but the work's peers being done by me, so. And I'm a bit of a fucking hot mess, you know. I'm like, well, if you watch this channel long enough, you probably picked that up. But yeah, I think I'm doing all right. Got that done. We're getting this done probably, hopefully, for the next day or two. I'll get this all insulated, sheeter off. The shelves up, that's something more moved. Get some more rubbish done out here, you know, just bit by bit. I'll stop eating your ear right now, and I'll see you in the next one, hopefully with a bit more of a constructive video of me doing something, not just rambling my head off talking around. But yeah, shit's happening. Keep posted. There will be videos as I can do them. But yeah, it's as I can do them. You know what I mean? So, see you in the next one. Bye.